connected to a power source so that the meeting is not disrupted. Last but not the least, be ready with the notebook and pen to note down the important points. With this, I now hand over the spotlight to our newly elected, extremely enthusiastic and very ambitious of our club, Toastmaster Farisa.
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the entire staff of SIMS. I really appreciate your presence here today. Can we please adopt the agenda?
Hi, good morning. My name is Faria Fatma from SIMS Toastmasters. I'd like to adopt the agenda as it is.
Can we
Hi, Toastmaster Zainab. I would like to second to adopt the agenda. Over to you.
Great. By doing what you love, you inspire and awaken the hearts of others. Toastmasters inspire us, and as it's a non-profit educational organization that operates clubs worldwide for the purpose of helping members improve and hone not just their public skills, but also their leadership skills, and makes you an attentive listener and supportive audience, which is a quality men think wives need the most. That might be the reason that there are 52% females and 48% male members in the Toastmasters worldwide. Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And today amongst us is a true leader I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate, because of whom we have been gifted this platform to enhance and become empowered. I'd like to call into spotlight Dr. Anis Ahmed, Director of SIMS, who has been supportive for us, for our endeavors, and who gave us a green signal to conduct today's workshop. Because of him, we have been able to achieve which we envisioned for the teachers. With a round of applause, please welcome Dr. Anis Ahmed. Sir, I would request you to say a few words. Anis sir, are you there? Can we please spotlight him?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. At the outset, I extend a very warm welcome to all the members who have joined this workshop today. And I also thank Toastmasters Club for organizing this workshop. We all know that we have been passing through, I think, the toughest time of our life, this pandemic, for the last 5 months. The whole world has changed, and so does the education department. There are a lot of changes that have been taking place, and as teachers, we have to adapt to the changes. The topic of today's workshop is really very apt: how to conduct effective classes online. I'm sure everybody has to become aware of all these conducting classes online very effectively. It is the need of the time, and I really appreciate the Toastmasters Club, SIMS Toastmaster Club, to think about this kind of workshop, and especially this on this particular topic. I commend from the core of my heart the efforts that the SIMS Toastmaster Club might have taken to organize this workshop. Once again, I thank you, SIMS Toastmaster Club, for conducting this workshop. And I'm sure the teachers who are joining this workshop, they will take a lot of things with them, especially, they will learn about many features which are required to conduct effective class online. Thank you once again, SIMS Toastmaster Club.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Moving in the direction of our next segment, let me invite our dynamic and exemplary Toastmaster of the day. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Faria to take over.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Farisa. Good morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to our special meeting come workshop. The theme of our meeting is In the Waves of Change, We Find Our Direction. In today's turbulent times, we have experienced innumerable changes in the norm, which we had never imagined. As teachers, we never thought we would come to a point where we will not be able to meet our kids, listen to their stories, or give them a comforting hug when they needed one. And yet, out of the ashes of those burnt down dreams of meeting our kids, we are scouring through all the possibilities of how to get back in touch with them. And thus, in these waves of change, we have found our direction. If not physically, we can connect with them virtually, and today's workshop is going to equip us with exactly that skill, with which we can give our students also proper direction to move ahead. So before we start with the workshop, let me first explain to you our entire agenda of this meeting. This meeting has been divided into 4 segments. The first segment, we have the workshop by Toastmaster Faisal. After that, we would like all of you to please open your videos for a group photo. The second segment is the table topic session, the details of which you will come to know later. The third segment will be the question and answer session, wherein you can post your queries in the chat box, and Toastmaster Faisal will be more than glad to clarify all your doubts. The fourth and the final segment is the general evaluation of the meeting, after which the winners of the table topic session will be awarded their certificates. After this, we will be launching a feedback form. And with it, you will have to write your full name that you want in your participation certificate. I hope everybody complies to all that. Now, in order to run this meeting smoothly, let me introduce you to our team. In Toastmasters, we have a speaker who is watched by an evaluator, who in turn is kept in check by the timer. And all of these are watched over like a hawk by the general evaluator. Please let me welcome the general evaluator of today, DTM Zainab. DTM Zainab, welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for this warm welcome and calling me a hawk. And definitely, I'll prove that I am a hawk. Now, today, I am highly privileged to serve as a general evaluator for today's event. What does a general evaluator do? In Toastmaster, we strive with one thinking and one fundamental idea that anything that is good can become better, and anything that is better can become the best. There is nothing that cannot be improved further. So today, it is my obligation to keep a close watch on the conduct and the proceeding of today's event from the starting till the end. And at the end, I will be called upon to give my constructive feedback with the help of my team members. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, DTM Zainab. Next up, if you follow my screen, oops. You see, in Toastmasters, we love to speak. And so we need someone to make us stop. And so comes the role of the timer. Please let me welcome our immediate past president, Toastmaster Varmeet, as the timer for the day. Toastmaster Varmeet, please explain your role. Toastmaster Varmeet. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am timer for today's meeting. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you are the pilot. A quote by Michael Althor. So I am the pilot and I will be keeping track on the meeting of today's meeting. This timer role has helped me even in managing my time on personal level. For today's meeting, I will be showing my green card when the speaker reaches the minimum time. We'll display the yellow card when speaker reaches the mid time, and red card when speaker reaches the maximum time. Would appreciate if the speaker wrap up the speech when see the red card. With this, I hand it over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Varmeet. In every stage of life, we need a teacher. In Toastmasters, we have that as the grammarian. Please let me welcome the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Faiza. Toastmaster Faiza, please explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good morning to one and all. Never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. A little progress each day adds up to great results. As you know, I'm the grammarian for the meeting, and I would like to explain the prime role of grammarian in Toastmasters meeting. Well, it is to keep a check on the correct usage of English during the course of the meeting. This exercise helps me to develop my listening skill. I'll be taking a note of some outstanding words, phrases, and quotes used, and also be notifying any grammatical errors uttered by any speakers with my correction as per the analysis. Now I'd like to introduce the word of the day for the meeting. The word is appreciate, which means to recognize how good someone or something is and to value him, her, or it. Usage, sometimes to appreciate students in order to motivate them can help prevent indiscipline. Speakers, please note, try to use the word of the day appreciate in your speech. Later, I will be providing my concise report when called upon at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faiza. I appreciate your efforts. Everyone who speaks sometimes gets tongue-tied, and sometimes we fumble. In Toastmasters, we have a person who counts these fumbles, and that's the R counter. The R counter for today is Toastmaster Pradnya. Please explain your role, Pradnya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good morning, everyone. I'm privileged to serve as an R counter. What does an R counter do? Actually, since being a non-native speaker, we all strive to attain perfection in speaking English. This is where we tend to utter some filler words like so, and, that, I mean, you know. We also use some crutch words when we fall short of words like uh, like this. Let me give you an example. Today, you know that we are joining this workshop. Like we all are meeting after so many days. You did see? I use these words in between when I did not find some words to talk. So these words are the words that make one speech less impactful. I will be noting down such words used during the course of the meeting, and I will present my report at the end. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pradnya. A meeting of this scale needs massive backstage support. That's being done by our moderators who silently keep check of everything. Today's moderators are very important and extremely supportive members of our club who are also parents of SIMS students. They are Toastmaster Shirag and Toastmaster Numa. Thank you, both of you. And finally, the moment that you all have been waiting for, and that is T for Trainer. Please welcome to the limelight our very efficient and handsome Toastmaster Faisal. Toastmaster Faisal is someone who believes in equality, peace, and harmony. He has a passion for learning, sharing, helping, and with the mission to make this world a better place to live. He works as a project planning coordinator in KOC, a certified associate trainer from International Society of Trainers and Developers. Last but not the least, he is proud to be a certified professional volunteer in Kuwait. Please welcome Toastmaster Faisal. Toastmaster Faisal, the screen is all yours.
Thank you so much for getting the chance to speak. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, good morning, everyone. I would like to just pass my gratitude to Area Director, Toastmaster Amrit, and immediate past Area Director, Toastmaster Alan Paul, SIMS Management, and especially Sir Anis, Event Chair Farisa, Coordinator Zainab, Faria, and our moderators Shiraz and Rilwan. And of course, how we can forget SIMS members, teachers, and guests. Good morning, everyone. Oh, they are saying good morning. They're in the same line that I was not able to speak. They're not able to speak right now because they can't unmute themselves. All right, perfect. So are you ready for the challenge? Who is ready for the challenge? Give me thumbs up. All right, these are ready for challenge. Who are the one ready for learning? I can see reactions. Wow, they started learning how to give them thumbs up. All right, perfect. So we have 92. That's a really good number. So do you want me to just speak on and on and on, or do you want to see something if there is anything I have to show you? Our counter said yes. All right, they want to see. All right, so this workshop is aimed to develop your skills and enhance your skills, how you can conduct the online training sessions, or as a teacher, how you can conduct the online classes on Zoom. Like right now, we are doing the same thing. So after this workshop, you would be able to do the same thing. Like we can conduct the meeting, you would be able to conduct the meeting and your online class. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Give me a second. If you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. I can see one. All right. So here is the title, How to Conduct Effective Online Classes with Zoom, which is the application, the platform we are going to use that. And that's absolutely the initiative of SIMS Toastmasters Club. All right, so that's my profile. It's already has been shared with you by Toastmasters today. So I'll go forward. Few ground rules. That's very important before we start any training or you start your teaching class. Your device should be enough charged and put them on silent or off notification modes. Please keep mute your mics and use raise hand option. You cannot unmute. That's stopped by the moderator, so you can use raise hand option. If you're not aware, that's absolutely fine. We will learn how to raise hands. The third one is very important. I want all of you to have notebook and pen, which is very essential to note down all the points. If you have any comments, questions, responses, can be typed in the chat box. I would request moderator to please open the chat box if it's closed. And I would request everyone to don't say hi, hello, but only use for comments and questions and responses. All of you, you can rename yourself. It will help moderator to recognize you. The person who will take your questions, it would help that person to recognize you who is the one we need to unmute. So please rename yourself. If any one of you has the mobile number or you have any not a right name, please rename yourself. All right, so here is the agenda, 45 minutes, almost 5 minutes already have taken. So I will take 40 minutes and 30 minutes question answers. That would be after the table topic session. So the first thing, why Zoom? The second, how to schedule a Zoom online class. Useful features and controls of Zoom, where we will learn the master controls and in-meeting controls. Screen share option, where we will learn PPT, audio, video, files, whiteboard, and annotation. Students' engagement and attentiveness in the class, where we will talk about the reactions, nonverbal feedback, and chat box. Security and in-meeting settings, where we will talk about the waiting room and lock the meeting function. Group activities for students, which includes the online poll and online quiz. And at the end, question answer session. So how many of you are ready to start with Why Zoom? Give me a thumbs up. I can see always Faria's thumbs up first. Okay, she's ready. All right. Okay. So first thing, why Zoom? It's easy to use and it's a user-friendly with different kind of functions. Easy meeting scheduling, just 2 steps we can schedule a meeting. Host, teacher can control and manage the whole class. Like right now we have a moderator. If you are a teacher, you can moderate your whole class, and even you can have the coordinator or the moderator with you. Quality audio and video capability. Share multifunctional screen. We will learn about that, how we can share different kind of screens. Whiteboard and annotation tool. Most asked question from your responses. Reaction and non-verbal feedback, very important as well. As a teacher, how you can collect the different kind of feedback while the student cannot speak, but they can react. All right. So what is the difference between the 2 kind of accounts, the free account and the pro account? Free account, unlimited one-to-one meeting. If you are only 2 people, that's unlimited meeting, unlimited times. Otherwise, if you are more than 2, that would be 40 minutes group meeting time. You can record the meeting on your PC. Non-verbal feedback, you can have. Screen share functions, almost all functions you can have. What is in the paid account? It's no meeting limit, like it's not 40 minutes and the meeting would be closed and you have to open it again. Co-host facility, you can have another moderator or another co-teacher or another coordinator teacher with you. Polling facility within the application. Recording on cloud and PC, both either way you can record on the cloud or on your PC. Live streaming. You can, right now our meeting is going live, I believe. Yes, it's going live on the YouTube. So the similar way, if you want that, you can have the paid account. Otherwise, you can go with the first, which is a free account, and absolutely okay for newbies or the teachers to go ahead. Now, schedule a Zoom online class. I know many of you thinking how we will schedule. It's only the 2-step. From mobile, you can do that. You will find this screen. And from computer, you will find this screen. Now I will stop screen share and we will go and see what are the real options, how we can do that, how we can schedule the meeting. As I said, it's the 2 steps only. So I will just stop share and we will go on my screen, the whole screen, and you will see how we are going to schedule the meeting. Give me a thumbs up once you can see my screen. All right, you can see my screen, right? Let me just put down. All right. Okay. Okay, you can see my desktop, right? Okay, fine. Now, you cannot see the join option and screen share option here. We can screen share right away from here from your application. That's an application I have downloaded on my computer. You can download on your mobile, but for the teacher, especially if you want to conduct a class or training, it's better to have a full functions. It's better to download on the computer. So this is how you will see the screen of the Zoom once you will open from your laptop. It says return to meeting. Otherwise, it will say we can have scheduled meeting. It's below there. So we will start with the scheduled meeting. Click on that. It's automatically, the topic would say my name. What is my profile name? It will come up. Like it's a Faisal's Zoom meeting. So you can change the name. You can change the topic. The second thing, the date. It will give you the date of the same time you are scheduling the meeting. So you can change if you want to schedule a meeting ahead. And the time, you can have the different timings. How long is it? Let's say it's 30 minutes. It's not giving me any pop-up error. But as I'll say 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. And once I will schedule the meeting, it will let me know that it's not possible. You can have only 40 minutes, but it's absolutely fine. If you are on free account, you can have a meeting. And then if it's closed, you can just join by the same account, by the same meeting ID. Is it a recurring meeting? Are you going to have, let's say, 30-minute meeting at 12 p.m. every day? You can set that. That's your personal ID. If you want to have your personal ID, you can use that, or it would automatically generate a random ID. You can set the password. It will give you a random password. You can set a password, anything you want. Or let's say you can say class 6, that's your password. And then for the video, do you want to keep open the video while you will join? Or for the participants, normally we keep it off. It's up to you if you want to keep it on. Do you want to add into your calendar? You can select, as I have selected by default, Google Calendar, and there are some few more options in advance. If you want to enable waiting room, so the people would be in the waiting room, and then you can allow them to the class. Do you want them to join before the person who hosts the meeting? Normally you can say no, you don't want it. You can come into the meeting first, and then you can allow participants to come or the students to come. That's very important and crucial. Keep mute participants upon entry, so there would be no disturbance. Whoever will join, he or she would be automatically on mute mode. It's better if you normally forget, like me, so you can always click on that. So as you start your meeting, it would automatically start recording the meeting on your local computer. It's showing me because I have not the pro account, it's a normal basic account. Otherwise I can record on the cloud as well. So we are good to go with that. It says 12 after 30 minutes. All right, so I will schedule this meeting. It's scheduling. It's going to, of course, Google Calendar. I will just close that. Okay, now the meeting has been scheduled. Where we can see, you can go to the meetings and you can see there is one meeting scheduled at 12:30 till 1:30. Now, the similar way, you can do it on your mobile as well. All right, is it easy? Give me some reactions if it was easy. Oh, it was easy. Good. All right. Okay, so I'll stop here. We will go back to the presentation again. All right. What are the useful features and controls of Zoom? our third topic. How we can schedule the meeting from web. If you will log in from your account online, how you can schedule the meeting the same way. I'll just show you with one step, and then we will go to those all features, what kind of features you will get and which are the features that's very important to keep it on and off. So we will go back again. I will share my screen again. Let me just stop it. We will go back and I'll share now a different screen. Now that's a Zoom. So first thing we have to do it, you can go to my account and log in. Now, since I was already logged in, so it will give me my all setting done. Here we can see the profile. If you want to change your name, you can change your profile, or you want to have your personal password, which should be anything, you can set that. In the meetings, you can find we have scheduled one meeting. It's showing here also. If you want to see the previous meetings, which were scheduled under the same account, you can see that. Or if you have the personal meeting room or meeting template. Meeting template is very helpful. If you schedule one meeting with one certain setting, you can make the template of that meeting. Now, the very important thing, we will go there, which is settings. All right, so it starts from the security, schedule a meeting that we already have learned, in meeting basics, in meeting advanced, email notification, and others. So the first thing is waiting room. If it's not on from here, you will not find into your application. So it should be switched on so you can control from your application. Passcode, we cannot keep the passcode here because it's with the Pro. If somebody want to join through the link, you can also click that. So it doesn't need any password, while if you click on the link, it will not ask the password. But if you want them still to enter the password, you can switch it off. Authentication for web. If you want people to come in with their credentials, if they don't have Zoom account, they would not be able to join. But if you want them to join, even if they don't have account, you can switch it on. It's other way around, by the way. Like if you want them not to join without authentication, you can switch it on. Now, schedule meeting, the second tab. Host video, which is off from here. Participant video is off from here by default in the meeting. If you switch it on, it would be by default on. Join before the host is off. Enable personal meeting ID if you want to have your personal ID, not the random ID. So the student can remember that's the specific teacher ID. All right, what else is important? Mute participant on entry. It's by default on. It's good to keep it on. Upcoming meeting reminder, not necessarily. In meeting basics, that's not required. That's a technical one. Chat, it's switched on by default in the meeting. Private chat is on by default. We will learn what is chat and the private chat difference. Auto saving chat, I switch it off because we don't need that chat to be saved by auto mod. Sound notification when someone joins or someone leaves. Sometimes it's good in the class if you want to know who joined while like you are teaching now and somebody just joined. So you can have that sound, a small sound with pin, like you will know somebody joined, and if somebody is leaving, you will get also that notification in terms of sound. But sometimes it's also distracting. It's up to you if you can manage to have, you can switch it on. I put it by default as off. The file transfer, I put it on because as a teacher, you need to transfer the file. We will learn also. That would come into the later slides. Feedback on Zoom, not important to give feedback on Zoom by default. Not required this one also. Meeting control, the controls at the bottom of your screen that you can see. These are the controls. Do you want always to see that controls? Sometimes it's disturbing if you're sharing your screen and you don't want those control and you want to hide those control and you want to go somewhere else. So it's better to keep it hide, because from your keyboard, if you press only Alt button, you can get back that toolbar. Show zoom window during screen share. Like right now I'm sharing the screen and I can see at my left, there are different windows where I can see the top windows where the videos are open by alphabetical order. Screen sharing, it's by default on. We can keep it off and you can allow to whom you want to on the screen sharing. Not important. Annotation is very important, and the whiteboard, it's coming now next. Annotation, do you want to keep it annotation? By default on, yes. Whiteboard, yes. Allow saving of whiteboard content, yes. Remote control, right now I can give control to my screen. For example, you want a moderator to control your screen, you can give that control to moderator or student, or you want to take control from student while the student is sharing the screen. So you can switch it on by default. Non-verbal feedback, like your different kind of reactions, that is by default on. Meeting reactions by default on, where you can say yes or no. Allow removed participants to rejoin. By mistake, if you just kicked off somebody, that person will not be able to join again. So keep it on to allow them to join back. Allow participants to rename themselves. Keep it on by default in the meeting. If you want participants to hide their photos, sometimes we do if we are having some judging class or there is some kind of competition, you can switch it on and off accordingly. Now this is a bit advanced in meeting. Report participants Zoom, it switch it on by default if you get somebody entered in your room and you can report that person. Breakout room, you can have in the meeting, you can have separate rooms where you can have group discussion with one of the co-teachers. You can just put that co-teacher into also the waiting room, breakout room, and they can have their group discussions in a separate room other than the main room. Right now, we are all in the main room. So if there is a room in that meeting and we will put some people inside, they cannot hear us and we cannot hear them, or we cannot even see them. So they can have the discussion inside the room and then they can come back. Remote support one-to-one is not required here. Closed captioning, safe captions not required here. Virtual background, like I can see the Faria and other Toastmasters here, club members, they have changed their background if you can see. So that's the function, virtual background. We can change a different kind of backgrounds. Like behind mine, there is no background, but Faria, you can see there is background. Faria, because I can see Faria top, so I always saying Faria. All right. If you have webinar or meeting and you want to identify participants or guest participants, you can switch it on. So with their name, you will see the guest. It's not required as with the small class. Not required. These are not required below. As I said before, join from your browser link. Important, you can keep it on. Request permission to unmute. If you switch it on, they can request you to unmute me. Right now, you cannot unmute yourself, the participants, but if you switch it on, then you can allow them, they can request, they want to be, to unmute themselves to participate. Email notification, it's attendees join the meeting before host. If we put it off, they will not get the notification. It's better to put it off, this one also. When the meeting is canceled, they will get the notification if they are registered. All right. So we are done. These are the settings, the main settings. where we need to make it before we schedule the meeting. That's the master setting and some other setting, additional setting, which we made. All right, let's go back. It was interesting. Give me a thumbs up if it was interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 60 thumbs up. I'm sure the rest of 30 or 40 people, they haven't heard me. They are maybe away. They will come back and they will give me thumbs up again. Oh, we have 100 participants. Great. Okay, let's go back to the slides. Okay, here we are. We have learned about all the settings, how we can make all the settings before we schedule the meeting. Now, screen share options, very important. I know people are impatient to see what is screen share options we have. All right, for the teachers, the first thing you will see at your bottom control bar, you will see one share screen button. How many of you can see the screen share button? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, a lot. All right, Kasum raised hand. Those people who are raising hand, please make note. We will cover everything in the question answer session because we dedicated 30 minutes for question answer session. So keep writing down whatever comes in your mind. All right, so once you click on that button, you will get that kind of screen, because every time I'm sharing my screen, you can't see which option I'm opting out. So this is what you will see on your share screen. Because different documents are open, you can see there is one PPT file, there is one browser open, there is one file open, which is one of the pictures, and one PDF file. All right, and this one up, that one is by default. This is your whole screen. Do you want to show the whole screen to the students wherever you will go, or you want to give them a specific screen show? Like if you want to give them right now, you can see only my PPT, not the whole screen. If I'll go to the desktop, you have no idea if I was on the desktop. So you can see me only on the PPT because I opted out the PPT only. Okay, you can find also, other than these options, why you are seeing all these options, because I opened all the files. If you will not open the file, you cannot see in this window. So make note, you have to open the file, whatever you want to show to the students. So first open the file on your computer, then go to share screen. Whatever is open, you can find it here in that box. Other option, you can find these are in the basics. Is it done? Yeah, these are in the basics. And if you go to advanced, we will see what is in the advanced. By the way, whiteboard is out because I clicked on the whiteboard earlier. So I can see whiteboard also in the basics, but you can normally find into advanced. If you want to share only the sound without PPT, without any file, so you can select this option below, which is share computer sound. Or if you want to share the sound and the file as well, again, you have to click on that. Plus, you can select the file and then you can click on the share button. I know you have a lot of questions. Keep writing it down. We will cover all your questions. Still it's going on. It's not finished yet. Now, audio and file option. That's advanced one. We clicked on the advanced right now. It's not basic, no, it's advanced. You will normally find that the whiteboard also here because I clicked on that. So it was also in the fast list. Here you can find the portion of screen. If you select that and you have to select the screen, sorry, you have to select the screen, what screen specifically you want to show. The second option is a sound option. If you click that, you can share your computer sound without sharing anything. It's only your computer sound. For example, right now, just assume you can't see anything on my screen. But if I shared my computer sound, whatever I will play, if as a teacher you want to play a sound for them, So you can play that sound without showing any visuals, anything. So they can recognize that sound. And you can ask them question accordingly, for example. So you can click that sound. And once you will click that, it would be auto marked and you can share, press the share button. The next one is files. If you click on the files, you can go to different platforms. Like if you can go to Google Drive, if you want to go to Google Drive, you can go to Google Drive and you can select some of the files which you can share from your Google Drive. Now let's talk about the control bars. I have many times said control bars, control bars. What are the control bars? This is the first control bar. Once you will share your screen, that's a share screen control bar. You can't see, but on my screen right now, the similar one, I can see the top of my screen. Whiteboard and annotation control bar. If I'm sharing the screen right now, it's allowed to annotate for me and for all of you. And you will find this control bar. And if I have selected the whiteboard, you will find also the same control bar with it. Zoom main control bar. That's the main control bar, which is at the bottom of all of your screens. Might you will not find the security button and some other buttons. Breakout room you will not find because that's with the host only. Keep writing the question, I know. All right. Now it's a whiteboard and annotation. You know, here is that toolbar, which is the annotation toolbar. Now you can see at the top, there is a screen share toolbar as well. And the other toolbar, which is the main toolbar, you can find here at the below. I just opened that options for you to just show you at the more what you can find. You can find all these options, especially what are the options for you. You can disable participants to annotate. If some students are disturbing and you don't want, and by mistake it's open, you can switch it on from here by disabling participant annotation. And if it's disabled, you will find enable participant annotation. And the second, show names of annotators. If you want to know who annotated on my screen and it was by mistake it's open, and you want to know that student, you can show names of annotator. So that person, while you will just, somebody did that. Who did that? All right, now the names are not showing. Let me just open the setting. Show names, all right. Now, if I'll show the names now, sorry. I have opened it. Now I have to open the whiteboard and I can see who annotated on my screen. Just annotate somebody else now. Can somebody else annotate now? Good. Now you can see it's Muhammad Rilwan. So oh my God. All right. So I can see the names. It's Galaxy A10. I said, please change your name so we can recognize you. So see, people started doing work. I can see Varsha. Wow, great. So I can see all of you who annotated. Everybody is trying because it's interesting, I know. Okay, stop. All right. So you all have annotated. Thank you so much for this annotation. I will just clear that off. I can clear all drawing at once. All right. No problem. I will not ask you to annotate now or stop annotate. I will stop from here. All right, now you can undo. All right, we are good to go now. Okay. Again, now you have a lot of questions regarding the whiteboard and annotation. Write it down. We will cover in the question answer session. Let's move forward. Reaction, non-verbal feedback, and chat box. How we can engage students and how we can make them attentive in the class. Every time I'm saying, give me thumbs up, You guys were ready to do that, but we have to learn in more depth how we can get responses from students in faster way. If you are on computer, you will find this screen. How you will find this screen? By clicking on the participants from the bottom toolbar. You all can see that participant, even you are not host or moderator. You can see that button at the bottom toolbar. You will click on that and you will find this first screen, for example, if you're on computer. And I clicked on the more and you will find rest of the icons like dislike, clap, it's a coffee break, I need some time, and yes or no, go slower. Now, I want you to try everyone say yes. Let me just see how many are saying yes. Let me just open the participants list. Click on the participant and you will find an option says yes. Click on the yes. All right, I can see few. I can see many now. Perfect. Now say no. Yes, good. All right, it's good. Okay, now say, which is required now, say go faster. Even I'm faster, but still I'm running out of time. Oh my God, I can see 41 say go faster. Only 3 said go slower. Okay, and in the more, you can see there is a clap button. Can you just clap? 35 claps. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. You are fast learners. Okay. Now, the second screen, this screen, you can see it's a disconnect audio chat. What is important here? What I want you to show, which is raise hand option. If you are on your mobile, so you will find raise hand option here also. And that below screen also, once you click on the participants, you will find this list at the bottom. The people on the mobile, they can find out. The raise hand, yes, no, go slower, faster. And I pressed the more button and I got all these remaining reactions. The people who are raising hands, thank you so much, but keep writing your question. We are not going to take questions now, but I think you are trying only. All right, we are good to go. If you have learned something here as a reactions, just give me a thumbs up. How many thumbs up? Let me see. All right. Perfect. We have a lot thumbs up. A lot thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Let's go forward. Some more reaction, nonverbal feedback and chat box we will talk about here. This is the chat box. How you can see the chat box? From the chat button, from the bottom, the same toolbar, you can find the chat button. Once you click on that chat button, you will find that chat box. Here you can find everyone. You can select to whom you want to chat if it's enabled. If you click on that 3 buttons, you will find participant can chat with no one, it's stopped. You can block the chat box. Only host, everybody publicly can chat. Everyone publicly and privately. Like if somebody want to send message to only specific person, you can select that also. And merge the meeting window. That window, that chat window, it's popped out, but you want with that your Zoom screen, you can do that. And in the second window, you can find the file option. If you want them to send some file, there is an assignment, or you want to give them some assignment as a teacher. And normally we keep, for easy reference, we can keep into the computer, but also you can keep it in different other platforms. You can keep it in the Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive or Dropbox or the box, whatever you have. So you can share the file or you can allow students to share the file. Now security and in-meeting settings, waiting room, and lock the meeting. Still, we have meeting room, but still people are joining us. Might be possible they were disconnected, and might be possible that they just joined, but they would be into the meeting room and they are in the waiting room, and we will allow them to come in. But once you have all the students in and you want to close the door of your classroom, you can click on the lock meeting button. We will find out where we will get that lock meeting button. As a host or moderator, as a teacher who is hosting that meeting, you can find that security button. You all can see mostly, but only the host and co-host, like I'm the co-host, for example, I can see that security button as well. To find out these options, at the top, you can see lock meeting. Right now, it's not locked. There is no check mark. But if I'll say lock meeting, no one else can join. If you even leave the meeting, you cannot come back because the meeting has been closed now. You can enable and disable your waiting room as well. If you want them to come directly into the meeting without waiting room. And also some other options. If you want participant to share their screen, it's checked already. You want them to chat. You want them to rename themselves. You want them to unmute themselves. But in this meeting, they can rename themselves, but they cannot unmute themselves. So it's unchecked in our meeting right now. Screen share, I believe it's not open for everyone. It's only for host and co-host. If you want to remove a certain participant who just landed into your classroom and not part of any activity, or that person is not a student, you can remove that participant. Next, again, waiting room or lock the meeting, some more settings. Also, you can find these options from the participants. If you click on the participant button from your bottom, that toolbar, you will find the participants, and here at 3 dots, which says more, you can say ask all to unmute and everybody will get a pop-up. It's also outside, you can find a button that mute all, or if all mute and you want them to unmute, they will get a pop-up on your screen. Mute participants upon entry while they will enter into the room. It should be automatically muted. Allow participants to unmute themselves. I allowed in my meeting where I took the screenshot, but in this meeting, it's not allowed. Allow participants to rename themselves. It's good to give them option to rename themselves. Play sounds, I switch it off. Normally we keep it off. In your class, it's up to you, whatever you are comfortable with. Enable waiting room. Normally in class scenario, we normally keep it on so we can have the waiting room. And here also you can find also the lock meeting. You can lock the meeting right away and no one can enter in your class. I hope it's clear. Let's move forward. Still we have some more controls. That's additional one. For your setting, everybody has their own individual setting. For me, I have a different setting. For you, you have a different setting. So you can find this button at the top left corner, which is a small, like kind of a setting button. It's a shape of kind of security, but it's your setting. Once you click that, you will find this small window, which would be popping up. And I intentionally kept to the keyboard shortcuts, just to let you know that there are a lot of shortcuts available for you. Right now, the people who are on the computer and they haven't touched their keyboard or anything, they will see their toolbar is not there at the bottom. So what I want you to do, click the Alt button, ALT button on your, it's next to your space on the keyboard. Just press and you will find that toolbar again. It will pop up on your screen. And if you press again, it will disappear automatically. So that's one of the shortcuts, and there are a lot of shortcuts. You can find it here. And these shortcut will help you without going through the mouse or any other setting. You can just single press and you can get that. All right, there are some more settings here that you can make. There is a virtual background, like Faria did that, and other role players, they have changed their backgrounds. You can click on the virtual background and you can see different kind of virtual background. Some of them are already preloaded, but if you want to customize, like our timer, she's changing the background. All right, she's changing the background with a different kind of colors to just show me the time. If you want to have time in your class or any other activity, or you want to show something on the slide, so you can show at your back from the virtual background, and some other also settings, video and audio settings. Mostly the settings were in the main master setting we have done, but some specific setting you can also make it here. Now, the last but not least, I'm happy that I'm on time. Online poll and quiz option. This is the poll, but the poll within the meeting. Oh, I said I'm on time and she showed me the red. All right. Okay. The poll option, which is really good option, it's only in the paid account, not on the free account, but I will show some resources where you can have some free polls or quizzes. But this segment is this 1 or 2 slides only for the paid account. So if you have a paid account, you will find this poll option. And once you will click to add poll on the specific meeting on the master control, keep in mind, it's not within the meeting, in the web setting where we started, and I have showed all the options. So we will go there, and once you click the poll button, you will find the add poll. So here you can write the name of the poll. You can write the question, and you want to keep it anonymous. You don't want to show who respond, but as a teacher, I know you want to know. So you don't need to click on that. This one, let me just see, where is my mouse? Here. So you can keep it unchecked, so you will know who responded. And then you can type your question here, and you can click the option. It's single choice or multiple choice. So if it's single choice, it will give you only one option as a radio button. If you have, let's say, 2 or more questions, you can have as many as questions. As far as I know, I think it's 256 questions, but normally we keep it 1, 2, or 3, or 5 at least, let's say. So we can keep the questions here and say save. What is the next screen? After we have the poll, at the bottom of your screen, where the toolbar is, you can find also the poll button, and you can press on that. You can find the polling questions, different kind of question. You can select what question you want to choose, and you can have as many as questions. So here is the question. What is your favorite color? It's up to the people. Let's say it's just the general poll. It's not a specific answer. So it's a general poll. What kind of color do you want? Do you like, let's say, red, green, or blue? So you can see the participants' responses. And then you can see the launch poll. And the third window, you can see the responses now. All of them said blue. And then once you got the responses, you can say end poll. And here, now you can share the results. Now poll has been stopped, you can share the results. And this is the window that would be visible on everyone's screen as a result. So now you can stop sharing screen. From the window, you stop sharing the results now. And you can have the same poll again or a different poll if you have different polls already set up. Now for some free resources, teachers who don't want to start with the paid account, which is almost $14 or $15. So we will go with the free poll and quiz options. There is easypolls.com. You can find it on the internet. SurveyMonkey, you can set up the poll there. And the link you can share here in the chat box with the students, and you can give them, let's say, 5 minutes, and then you can go and find the results, and you can share the results on screen by sharing screen option. Google Form you can create, and in the Google Form, hopefully if you like the training, we will have another training according to your responses, or whatever kind of training you needed, we can have a training with the how to set up the Google Form or how to set up the quizzes. So in the Google Form, you can have the quiz option. If many not aware of, there is a quiz option in the Google Form. There is a poll maker. You can create the poll on there also. And Kahoot IT, which is one of the quiz, colorful and game option also. You can engage student online. You can share on your screen and you can share the code with the student. They can do it from their mobile or their PCs. They can participate and right away they can see the results. So that's not the time for question answer session. It would be later on. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have learned something new today. Thank you so much for your patience. I believe I'm still on time. Still, I can see the red card. Maybe I had 5 or 6 minutes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it was fruitful. Thank you for having me. We will come back after the table topic session for question answers, and keep writing your questions. And with this, I will hand over the screen to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Faria. Over to you, Toastmaster Faria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal, for such an educational venture. I had actually read all the teachers' concerns when we had asked them to register, and I believe you've covered all the points that they had listed in their questions. So thank you so much. But still, if you all have queries, please wait. We will be having the question and answer session in some time. Now, I'd like to request you all to please open your cameras so that we can have a group photo, please. Moderator, can you please help us with that? Can you please click photos for us? I want everybody to please open their videos now and smile for us. Moderator, I hope you're clicking.
Just confirm, we are holding our smiles.
I think he is, yes.
Pictures are being taken. Can everyone also share their reactions, like a thumbs up or a clap?
Wow, I can see everybody's faces. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all after so many days. I've been missing you all so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we have already taken the photos that we require. Now, let us move on to the next segment of the meeting, and that is the table topic session. So basically, table topics is the session in which impromptu speaking is done. And just a minute. For this, audience, please note, at the end of the table topic session, we will be asking you all to vote for the best speaker. So it will be great if you would all listen to the speakers as well. The speaker with the most votes will be awarded certificates for winning the session. And now let me not waste my time and call upon our table topics master, Toastmaster Sakina. Toastmaster Sakina, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Good afternoon, everyone. So once again, I'm back with a very interesting segment of this meeting. That is table topic. Now let me tell you what is this session all about. But before that, I would appreciate if you keep your videos on so that it will be easy for me to communicate. Thank you so much. Well, it is a fun-filled session which boosts our impromptu skills. It gives you a chance to speak on your feet. The speakers will be given a topic and they have to speak on the spot for a minute. So today, I have come with a very interesting and easy topic for all of you. And as we all are teachers have gathered over here, so I have a beautiful prop which you must be missing for a long time. The one who volunteers to speak will get to choose their favorite teaching aid from the screen. So now I will invite our timer, Toastmaster Vermeet, to guide us about the timing rules.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a special meeting, so the table topic is for 30 seconds to 1 minute. At 30 seconds, I will be displaying green card. 45 seconds, I will be displaying yellow card, and 1 minute it will be red. Would appreciate if you could wrap up your speech by the time I show you the red. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vermeet. I would like to add upon, if in case you cannot see the timer card, there will be a bell sound. So kindly please keep a check on the bell sound for the time to wrap up your speech. So now, can we have our first volunteer, please? Any one of you?
Raise your hands. Is there anyone? Okay, Hamdi sir has raised his hand. Hamdi sir, moderator, please unmute him.
Welcome, Hamdi sir. Thank you so much for volunteering. Can you please tell me which is your favorite teaching aid?
Has he been unmuted?
Not able to unmute him.
I think Shireen Farha is also raising the hand. Shireen Farha.
Okay, I've unmuted her. Shireen?
Hello everyone, this is Shireen. I would like to go with the clock which I'm able to see here on the screen.
Okay, so here is your topic. Okay, this is very interesting. Tell me something about your first day of the job. I repeat, tell something about your first day of the job.
It was
Can
fun.
you please get the timer? Can you please get the timer on the belt?
So I should start now?
Yes, the screen is all yours.
Fine. The first day of my job, I was really nervous. I had a lot of questions in my mind, but I was prepared. This was something I really enjoyed. But I remember the day I was going home, I did not know how it went, but I was very happy. I had a feeling that I'm being paid for having fun. Believe me, I had a lot of fun with small kids. It was best day. Even today, if I think of my first day, it just makes me so happy and I feel really good. I really enjoyed my first day. It was really memorable. So that's it.
Shireen. Thank you, Shireen ma'am, for volunteering first and showing a full confidence on the stage. Now, who is going to be our next volunteer? Anyone? Who's going to be our next volunteer, please?
Rashmin? Okay, Rashmin is there.
Okay, welcome Rashmin ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you please tell me which is your favorite teaching aid?
Flashcards.
Flashcards. Okay, so here is your question. Okay. Can you narrate a funny conversation that happened during your class with your students? I repeat, can you narrate a funny conversation that happened during your class with your students? Kindly please locate the timer belt, Rashmin ma'am, so that you're able to view the timing. Over to you. The screen is all yours.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So a funny moment that happened, a conversation. I actually don't remember anything specific, but yeah, like every day of like teaching in kindergarten is a fun day only. When you have conversation with the small kids, it's already a very cheerful one, especially when you enter the class and you see everybody. It's a different experience. And Oh yes, something happened like a few months back. Like I was my 7th month when I was pregnant, and two of my older students, they had come to me. They came to me, and like obviously some kids, they don't understand, but these two girls, they were from class 2, and they came to me, and they were just shocked. They're like, "Ma'am, are you pregnant?" I was like, "Yes, I am." And they started touching my belly, and they're like, "Oh, so sweet." And they started saying, "Oh," and they hugged me, and they're like, "Ma'am, is it a boy or girl?" So yeah, it was really funny that time. And since that day, they used to come every day to check on me, and it was really sweet of them. And they would be like, "Ma'am, go to the doctor, please check what is it, a boy or girl." So yeah, that was a very funny moment for me.
Thank you very much, Rashmin ma'am. That was lovely to hear from your side. Now moving on, can we have our next volunteer?
Hamdi sir had raised his hand. I can locate him. I've unmuted him. Hamdi sir.
Okay, welcome, Hamdi sir.
Yes,
Can you
welcome.
please pick your favorite teaching aid?
First, I want to thank you for us about this workshop, and it's very important for us.
Yeah, now you have to pick a teaching aid from the screen. Can you see? There are so many pictures. Hello. Hamdi sir is muted again.
Sakina, did you share your screen?
Yes, I'm sharing.
Yeah, it is there. It is there on the screen.
Okay,
Hamdi
Jyoti
sir
ma'am, are you ready?
Okay, Jyoti ma'am is raising the hand. Jyoti ma'am.
Yes, I've unmuted her.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so good morning. I'd like to choose books.
Okay, Jyoti ma'am, thank you for volunteering. Okay, so here is your topic. This is my favorite too. If you would
That's a nice topic.
any age again for a week, what age would it be and why? I repeat, if you would be of any age again for a week, what age would it be and why? Jyoti ma'am, please locate the timer bell so that you're able to view the timing.
Okay, my time starts now?
Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. If I could be of any age, I would like to be a kindergartner. And I think that's the best age for any child and probably the best age of our life. Right now, in today's times, that would be the best because with all the chaos that's happening around us, there are no answers, so many questions. When I look at my 2-year-old and even my 7-year-old, I see they have just taken it at, like one day at a time. For us, it is not like that. For them, it is acceptance. I can hear my daughter tell me that, Amma, it's COVID. It's okay. There's Corona outside. We need to wait till it's gone. Don't be worried. Don't think about when this is going to get over, when we're going to go. Let us make use of the time that we have. But again, another thing is I wouldn't want it to last only 1 week. If I could stay that age, I think that's the best. And many of us realize the best years have passed by only once they've, left us. So that's what I would like to say. I don't know if my time's over. Thank you.
Very much, Jyoti ma'am. That was an amazing word from your side. Now, timer, do we have time to continue the session? Hello?
I'm running out of time. Would request you to please wind up.
Okay. Are all the speakers qualified?
Yes, all the speakers are qualified.
Okay. So, moderator, can you please prepare the voting poll? So by the time we launch our poll, I would take few more seconds to thank all our enthusiastic and confident speakers who have made this session interesting by volunteering. Thanks a lot. I will now hand over to our Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Faria. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sakina. It was really a very entertaining session. And thank you to all the volunteers who spoke today. You have already taken the first step towards becoming leaders. Thank you so much. Moderator, are we ready with the poll? So let's launch the poll now. Okay, as you can see on your screen, you have the speaker's name. Kindly vote for the best speaker according to you. Not your favorite person, but the best speaker, please. So we'll give that a minute so that everyone has a chance to cast their votes. I think 10 more seconds now. And we will end the poll now. Thank you so much, everyone. Now we are going towards the question answer session, and please note that the winners of this table topic session will be announced later on. Let us have the question answer round now. I hope everyone is ready with their questions. I'd like to request you all to keep your mics muted still, and please write down your questions in the chat box and send it to us, and the moderators will read out your questions to Toastmaster Faisal. If something very urgent, then we can ask you all to also speak up. So handing it back to Toastmaster Faisal. Toastmaster Faisal, the screen is yours. And I would like to request all of you to please type in your questions in the chat box now.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters of the Day. I'm back again with the question answer session. Once Faria said, screen is yours, I thought, where is screen? I need one more screen. Just to add, you can also use the raise hand option, because if you are just typing the question and you want to come up live and you can ask your question, you can just use the raise hand option also. And we will go one by one in the order of raised hands.
Okay, Fatma Chief ma'am has raised her hand.
Please unmute Fatima. Yes, wait. We are going to unmute you. All right, you will get a pop-up on your screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, my question is, when I'm sharing the screen, right, I'm not able to see all my participants. So if I minimize my screen, will the participants also see a minimized screen share, or will they be able to see the full screen, which I'm full screen share screen?
All right. There are two options. One is, as I said, you can select which screen you want to show them. If you have selected, for example, you have opened one presentation, one file, and one PDF file, and two more files you have opened on your computer. You can see on that screen, you can select one. So if you select only one, they will see only that window, not anything else. If you go to any other, move to any other window. If you select your screen, full screen, wherever you will go, they can see. That's the first option. Second part of your question is how you can see the both things at one place. It's called the side by side. You can share your screen. Also, you can, at the side, you can see the participants. All right, this is the way you can, because there is another way which is more technical. You can have two screens, two different screens, which is, there is an option, but it's more technical to understand. So to set up both screens, at one screen, you can see only the participant, and the second screen, you can see your own screen. So you can set up that, but it's a bit technical. So you can keep it simple by side option. I hope I answered the question.
I agree that there is a side-by-side option, but my question is, I'm not able to see all the participants at a go. You understanding? Suppose if someone wants to talk, it's difficult for me to identify. If I'm having a list of 40 or 50 kids, it's difficult to identify who is speaking when.
Okay, there is a way, another way. If you are not comfortable with side by side, there is another way, like how I found out right away to you from your name, because you want to speak. I just went to the participant list. There is a search bar. I search your name, I found out where is that person. I just send you the message, please, you can open your mic. The one thing, because I saw your raised hand. The another way, the order is really good. As a host or co-host, you will find at the top, okay? Or as a host or co-host, you will find yourself at the top of the list. And then you will find the co-hosts in the below into the alphabetical order. And then the people who are with the raised hand, you will find in the alphabetical order. Rest who are muted, you will find into the alphabetical order. So this is the way where you can find out fast. There is another way why we say to change the name. Let's say if I want to find Toastmaster Faria right now. So how will I find from the 40? I will just go and see TMOD. I will find. I will say Faria, I will find. So this is the way in the search bar. And even you can have the groups of different students if you want to give them a different activity. So they can have A, their name, B team, his name or her name. This way you can segregate. Thank you.
We have a next question. We also have a question about how can they share live videos with their students?
Live video, really good question. I will try to share one of the videos from my computer right away, and I will share the sound as well, so they will know how they can do that. Okay. Where is the option? Okay. Let me just show you. I will just go to my presentation and I'll share where the screen is, how they can share that. I will take 1 minute. I will share the screen. Okay, this is the share screen button that you can see now, but while I will share my other screen where I want to share my sound, you will not be able to see because it's at the background, but I'm just showing you on the slide how you can go there. If you just want to share your sound, you can click on that button. Let me just take that. Okay, this one, that if you want to share only the sound or from top in advance, if we will go to the next slide, you will find here at top in the advance, you can find the music or computer sound only. So this will, if you play at the background without showing any screen or with showing any screen, you can share the sound. One thing. The second thing with the video, if you just played the video, but there is no sound, that means you haven't selected this option from the below. So you have to make sure you have clicked on that one. Now I will share you one of the sounds. I will stop my screen and I'll just go and share my, let me just open one of the folders where I can find. So I will share that folder. I will just open first. Okay, now the folder is open. I can find in the share screen button. You cannot find, of course. And I will click on the share computer sound button. I will see share. Now you can find my download folder. I will just find out from the details. I will say, now I can find here, there is some music I have, maybe some videos I have at bottom. All right, so I will just play one and just give me a thumbs up if you can hear the sound. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the sound. Faria, can you hear the sound?
No. No, Faisal sir.
Okay. All right. Let me just stop the share.
Just 1 second. Moderator, can you please enable chat for everyone?
Can you hear the sound now?
Yes, we can hear. Yes, we can hear the sound.
All right. So you have to open that specific music or the video. Let me just put the voice bit down. Okay, so in this case, you have to open that. Right now, the file is open. This file is open. Even it's a video file or the audio file, you have to open it. You can stop that file, open that file and stop that file. All right. And then you make sure you have clicked on that checkbox where you are sharing your sound also, computer sound. So once you will just select that window only where you're sharing your voice or video, just play that. Now, there can be another question. Let me just stop share. There can be another question. Let me just cover that question right away. If you want to share from your browser, that browser means, let's say, the YouTube. So you can go there and you can, in the browser, you can go to the YouTube. And in the YouTube, once you will play any video, it would be with the sound if you have checked that sound option. Or if you have downloaded the video the other way around, the previously we have just shared the same thing. Okay, I hope I answered many questions by sharing screen.
Okay, we have one more question. There's somebody who wants to know how can we help to take the kids to the waiting room as per their roll number?
Okay, in that case, really good question. In that case, you can advise student or instruct students to change their name before they log in. And they should not log in with the link. It's better they log in by adding the ID and the password, because if they will add the ID and the password, they will have chance to change the name. But if they haven't changed the name, still once they will try to log in, they will go into the waiting room, not to the main room. All right. Or even right away after they joined, you can change their name if you know their name, and you can change their class name or whatever you want to put or the roll number. But it's better you advise them or instruct them to change the name before logging in, because they would be into the waiting room. So you can just verify those students and let them in. I hope I answered the question.
Okay, we have one more. What's the maximum capacity of participants you can have in a class?
In a class, in the free account, you can have 100 participants. That's, okay, I think, enough capacity.
I think there's somebody who still wants to know more about the breakout room, on how to make a list for the breakout room. Can you give some
All
more
right,
details?
breakout room is a bit advanced. I haven't covered it here because breakout room, that was really advanced option. And it will take almost 15 to 20 minutes to cover everything as a breakout room. I will just give you an overview. What are the breakout rooms? You can set up the breakout room while you schedule the meeting, or after you have scheduled the meeting, you can still make the breakout room. And as a host, you can find only the host can create the breakout room, not the co-host. So the person who scheduled the meeting, who owns the account, can have the breakout room option to set up, but other can also, co-host can see the option to join. And even once you set up, even the participant can see that icon of just to join the breakout room. And you can set up more than one breakout room. For example, if you have sections within your class, or you want to have a group activity, you can have more breakout room. Just click the button of breakout room. You can find that I shared the screen while I was sharing also the bar, the control bar. There was the breakout room option also, which are the 4 cubes, which makes one bigger cube. And on that cube, you will click as a host. You will name that breakout room. And then all of the participants who are, or the students in the list in the meeting, you can just assign the breakout room to those people you want. You can assign more than one breakout room to one student, or you can have the group, like they rename themselves as a roll number, and you want to put 1 to 5 roll number in one activity number A, and activity B, you want to put from 6 to 10. So they would be assigned to certain breakout room, and they will get a pop-up on your screen that you have been assigned for that certain breakout room. You can click and you can go. And the moderator or host can make sure that you are in the breakout room. And the host only can see, as a teacher who is hosting the meeting or the class, can see who already gone to the breakout room. from their panel of that screen of the breakout room. I hope it's clear, because it will take a long, really long, 15 to 20 at least minutes to just show all the setup and how we will send into the breakout room, and how we can just bring them back. They can come back, or even you can close the breakout room, and after a minute or whatever time you will set, the breakout room will close and they will all come back to the main meeting room. I hope I covered that breakout room question.
Okay, so we have another one. Somebody wants to know if the free meeting, that is the 40 minutes time span, can it be extended without stopping the meeting, or do they have to stop and restart again?
It cannot be stopped. After, I believe, 30 minutes or 35 minutes, you will get a pop-up that you are running out of time. And even everybody will get that notification on their screens that meeting is about to close in that few minutes. So what you can do, you can schedule the meeting, let's say, for 2 hours. Okay. And these 2 hours, if after the 40 minutes, if the meeting is closed, with the same ID, you can log back and everybody can log back. There is one very important option while you are going through this process. If you have the free account, if you enabled to join before the host. So if somebody will join, meeting time has been started. All right. So make sure that nobody can enter before you as a host. I hope I answered.
Okay, we have one last, this is the last one we're taking for the day from Abdul Qadir. He wants to know, how can we conduct test asking detailed question and answers using online poll? Can we have the students write detailed answers?
On the poll, while creating the poll, you can have different kind of options. Even simply, if you will do it on the Google, you can have the radio buttons, you can have the small text, you can have the large text, and they can answer accordingly. It's up to you how you are creating the poll for them. So it's not with the students, it's with you, that how you want to create the poll. And you can have the mix of questions. You can have check boxes, you can have radio buttons where they can choose only one. They can have short answer and the long answer, which is widely available in all poll options. I hope I answered.
Okay, I hope your queries are solved here. We are going to put our form, a feedback form link in the chat box. Teachers who have more queries, please feel free to go there, give us your feedback. You can ask us as many questions you want. We will get back to you with those later. Right now we're getting—
One KD, one question. One KD, one question.
Our trader is volunteered and now he is asking for something in return. So if you really need to know, you can, or else you please feel free to go ahead and ask us. We don't mind. We will cover that up for our teachers. Okay, so
I can see 88 people, so 88 dinars. I can see the dinars, 88 dinars here. All right. I believe we are going to close the question answer session.
Yes, we will. And please, I think many of them still were raising hands. I think they have a lot of queries still. So please feel free to go and fill up our feedback form. You can put in as many questions as you want. And also you will have to put your full correct name there so that we can give you your certificates of participation. So let's move on, please.
Thank you so much, Farisa, for helping for the questions. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you still have queries, you can email them. We are going to put the email address in the chat box now. It's simstoastmasterskuwait@gmail.com. So you can email us your questions as well. Now is the time for the general evaluation. Before I call the general evaluator, I'd like to request the moderator to please send the link for the feedback form in the chat box, please. And you can fill in your feedback, write your full name that you want in your certificates. And they will be emailed to you in a couple of days. Now, I would like to call upon the general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Zainab. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And thank you for having me again on the screen. Dear teachers, and staff of SIMS. To be successful in life, it is always advised to be the students of change. And who would better understand this thought than us teachers, isn't it? Now I would like to call upon the grammarian of today's meeting who will give us a sneak peek of the language that was being used during the course of the meeting. Toastmaster Faiza, the screen is all yours and you may give your report. Over to you.
Faiza. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Unmute.
Thank you, DTM Zainab. Good afternoon, and I'm back with my grammarian report. It was my pleasure listening to all the table topic speakers and role players, and I did find some excellent words and phrases which I like to share. To start with, we started with a very beautiful quote: by doing what you love, inspire and awaken the hearts of others. In the wave of time, we find our directions. Another impressive quote stated were, anything what is good can be better, anything is better can be best. Another quote, the bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. The meeting continued with some powerful phrases like, are you ready for the challenge? Today's turbulence time, crouching through all possibilities, if not physically, be connected with them virtually, adapt the change, need of the time, are you ready for the challenge? Speak on your feet. Every day is a fun day. Acceptance. These were some of the beautiful words which I could find during the course of the meeting, and I really enjoyed hearing them. I could not find any major grammatical errors as such. So keep it up. Good job done by all the speakers and all the role players. Meanwhile, I would appreciate TM Farisa, Faria, Sakina, and Varmeet, who use the word of the day, appreciate. Try to use this word often and appreciate all the beautiful things around you. Thank you, and over to you, our general evaluator, TM Zainab.
Grammarian, for appreciating all the speakers during the course of the meeting, but I know you are not going to record this. Now I would like to invite the R counter for today's meeting, who's going to count the filler words and the crutch words her ears had come across. Toastmaster Pratnya, the screen is all yours. Can we unmute Toastmaster Pratnya?
Yeah, they have muted me. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with my report again. Such a wonderful session with so much of learning. As an R counter, I have noted down filler words and some crutch words. I had to put my ears to collect my report. I noticed few filler words like and, but, and some crutch words like but I would like to appreciate, try to not use these words. With this, I would like to hand over to General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you. Our counter really generous, who did not record strictly because it is our first meeting with our teachers. So it's fine. Now it gives me immense pleasure to give me my feedback on today's event come Toastmasters meeting. The meeting started dot on time. The pre-meeting instructions and during the meeting instructions help the role players and the trainees and the trainer to conduct the meeting seamlessly. Sergeant-at-Arms and the president started the meeting with a warm welcome and a bang. Good job. The trainer, our smart and able trainer, had a calm and composed step-by-step way of instruction with a well-designed outline. He exactly knew where to start and where to finish his training. It was indeed interactive and involving. He made sure all the trainees were on the same page, and he just taught us just like a teacher, isn't it? Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master, hats off, made the meeting interesting with their visuals and their efficient conduct of the meeting. Great job. Grammarian and accounter showed apt analysis of the language used during the meeting. Wonderful. Training seemed very meticulously planned and executed. Hats off to the entire team of this event, our trainees, and the support the audience gave, and not to forget the school management who gave a green signal to lead this event. Kudos to the entire team for this well-planned event for the welfare of the SIMS community. I personally look forward for such free teachers training events in future. Please do allow me to come and attend. Over to you, President of SIMS, Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for an excellent report. Now, I'd like to invite our area director, who's been very supportive from the beginning to make this event a huge success. I'd like him to come and felicitate our trainer and then say a few words, please. Amrit Pukarden, are you here?
Can you please unmute me? I can't
Yes,
mute.
you're unmuted now.
Yeah, great. Thank you, President, for that lovely introduction. Being a member of any Toastmasters Club, one will benefit from a proven program of self-development. And it helps you a lot in growing in your career as well. SIMS Toastmasters Club is one of the outstanding clubs in Area 30 in this regard. Here, I have seen a group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in the spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Kudos to the entire team in identifying the need of the hour and organizing such a workshop for the teachers of SIMS School. Congrats to one and all for pulling this off in such an effective way. Let me extend my heartfelt gratitude to our trainer, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil, who is also our thanks for designing this tailor-made training session as per the needs of SIMS teachers. Once again, tons of appreciation for the leaders of SIMS Club for conducting such an event. I love the way you utilize Toastmasters resources to skill up yourself to get better at work as well. Great job, team. Keep it up. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrit. Now the time we've all been waiting for, it's time to announce the best table topic speaker. Let us start with our second runner-up for the best table topic winner is, any guesses, anyone? Is Rashmeen Sajid. Congratulations, Rashmeen. Okay. Alan, we're not able to. Perfect. Here is your certificate and we will mail this to you as well. Moving on with our next first runner-up for the best table topic speaker is Shireen Farha. Congratulations. And finally, our winner for the best table topic speaker goes to Jyoti Girish. Congratulations, Jyoti. You guys were amazing. Thank you all for being such a lovely and patient audience. I'd like to give a big shout out to Dr. Anis Ahmed for giving us this opportunity, and a big thank you for my guidance committee for guiding me and supporting me through this, and much appreciated. Thank you for all the role players today to make this event a big success. And lastly, the triumph of today would not be possible without the SIMS staff. Teachers, this is your home club. So please feel free to join us on every second and fourth Saturdays from 11 to 1 as a guest or even as members. Even better, if you can join the club, it would be amazing. We are planning on having more such workshops coming up in the near future. So please stay connected to us through our Insta and Facebook pages. And do not forget to give us your full name for the certificate and your feedback through the link which is in the chat box, or we will also send it to you on the WhatsApp group. And your feedback is very valuable. So please do give us feedbacks. And also, if anyone still has some questions regarding the Zoom training, please feel free to email it to us and we will get back to you as soon as possible. With an amazing session today, with this, I officially end today's meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so
All
much.
unmute yourself now and you can talk to us if you want to. This is the time to connect.
Anisha, again, share the
Thank
email.
you, teachers, for coming.
We would appreciate if someone has any feedbacks right now. If someone wants to speak, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah.
You can share your feedback, your experience regarding the event. We are here till 15-20 minutes.
Can you please
Can all the trainees
yes.
unmute themselves?
Can
They
you
unmute
please
themselves?
share the email ID you have set for further queries
Yes, we will put it in our chat.
and on the group as well, on SIMS group as well.
Sure. We will do that. Please
Thank you.
go and follow us on our Instagram and like our Facebook page as well. Guys, this is
Sure,
your
sure.
Toastmasters Club and we would love you to support us. I hope you all really enjoyed and learned. This session was very fruitful for you all, since I think you guys will be starting an online classes soon. So
Someone has said that they want the recording. Yes, we have recorded this session and I will share the recording on the group as well. Thank you all for your support. And I've sent the email address also. Moderator, can you please share the Insta and Facebook links?
Teachers, you can chit chat. Don't be scared. You can just
please
say hi,
open up
hello
your
to each
mics.
other.
Now you can talk to us.
Yes.
I can see
I
a lot
think
of
you are in the
familiar
school.
faces. It's good to see Amita ma'am.
Yes.
Anita ma'am, I've unmuted you. Anita ma'am, if you have anything to say, please, please do so.
I don't know who Galaxy A10 is, but it was our pleasure to arrange this workshop for you all.
Anita ma'am is online. Professor, sir, you're sharing the computer sound. Anita ma'am wants to speak. Can you please?
Sana Zubeda has raised her hand for some
Anita
query,
ma'am
I
is
guess.
speaking, ma'am, but her connection is.
Yeah, I think I can't really hear her that well. Sorry, I'm not able to understand a word you're saying, ma'am. Sana, I've unmuted you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now we
Hello.
can.
Yes. Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. You can speak now.
Sana, you had raised your hand. You're unmute. You want to share something?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. I just wanted to say thanks. That's all. Thank you very much. It was very informative. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Anybody else would like to share and give us and more encouragement so that we can have more such workshops for you all? Do go
Waleed
and, give us a feedback. Tell us what workshops would interest you all so we can, think of something. We're also going to have our next meeting on the 8th of August. Stay connected. We'll give you the details later.
Mr. Waleed has his hand raised. I have unmuted you if you want to speak. Yes, Mr. Waleed.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Thank you for everything. It is very important today, and I benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we have all of us onning our cameras so we can have another picture with some more thumbs up or reactions coming up, please? Can everyone please open their cameras? We'd like to take some more pictures here. This is our first event of the year, so we're coming on with a big bang. Good to see you, Varmeet. Didn't see you throughout the meeting. It's so good to see you finally. Okay, just hold your poses. Thank you. I just need two more clicks. Just a second. I'm so happy to see so many familiar faces. I also see many new faces, which I am not sure of, but then it's good to see all the old ones. I am connecting with you guys after 6 years. It's a very nice feeling. Thank you so much.
Shireen ma'am, would you like to say something? Please share her experience, Shireen ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. We also have two parents of SIMS here. Even they would like to share their experience. Rilwan sir or Shiraz sir can just share their experience.
Lakshmi, anyone please come up? Lakshmi ma'am.
I hope the teachers are not threatened by
Lakshmi ma'am has raised her hand.
Lakshmi ma'am, please open your audio and video.
Yes, Lakshmi, I will unmute you. Yeah, you're good to go. Lakshmi, I think you will get a message. You're still mute. Unmute yourself. Now,
Thank you so much for this wonderful workshop. And I think each one of us will definitely implement all this when we start with our online classes. And thank you. It's great to see you all. And I hope I will, maybe in future, I might join the group. Thank you.
I hope in a very coming soon future.
I think Varmit is very happy because she's been pestering me for a long time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
At
so much.
last.
Thank you. Happy to see Fariza. Thank you.
Okay, with this we
See,
end.
Nazma ma'am also opening her window, ma'am. Nazma ma'am, please come up.
Lisa, we have 10 more minutes to network. We have 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we will sign off soon.
So we can have table topics, the leftover table topics of Sakina's session, because she had wonderful questions and yeah. Can Sakina, can we have your screen?
Faria, can you share?
Sorry?
Yes, we can complete our table topics. If anyone
Wait, let
will.
me get the timer now.
Is there anyone who'd like to volunteer?
We only finished 3. We still have, I think, 4 or 5 more to go.
Anyone, please raise your hand.